Laidlaw Peringanda's great-grandmother was a survivor of the genocide, and he recalls the horrific stories she narrated to the family.
A lot of prisoners who were buried there, some of their heads were decapitated, and then women were forced to boil some of those heads, and they were scraping their skin off, and then those skulls were taken to Germany and also in other museums all over the world. So we have inherited transgeneration trauma because of what Germany did, and Germany must pay reparations to our people.
The victims, he says, worked as slaves until they met their demise. Their remains were buried in the Swakopmund cemetery in unmarked graves.
This is actually the duty of the Swakopmund municipality to maintain the cemetery, but they are not doing it. But on the other side, the German soldiers and settlers' graves have been maintained on a daily basis, and it's very shocking. You know, these people, they fought the first war of resistance, you know, against German colonialism, and their graves need to be protected. It needs to be preserved.
The volunteers say brutal stories like the Ovaherero Nama genocide need to be highlighted for the world to avoid repeating the same mistakes.
I'm from Europe. We know our history, more or less what happened there, but I never imagined something similar happened here as well. So it was quite shocking to see that, and also, honestly, you know, like you see these graves, there's hardly anything really marking them. You have volunteers trying to make the graves at least look recognizable. So it is a bit shocking, but it's also beautiful to see that there's actually people who do care. You know, like our history is important, you know, we can't make the same mistakes.
I'm shocked to see all these graves because such a lot of killed people, and I feel all human beings guilty when they do wars today, because this shows me that we haven't learned anything of our history. And it's very good to make projects where young people make this in order. But I would like to have Namibian and German young people together with this project to get to know each other, to not have prejudices, to understand each other. And the future can only be this.
We have to talk about history. History never dies. It's a thing. It has to stay, and it's for our kids, the generations that is coming, and they must see what we are doing, and they will learn from it, and then they will continue.
The Genocide Museum founder is in the process of introducing a student exchange program for Namibian and German youth to learn about the genocide. Renate Ringura, NBC News, Swakopmund.